All right, so we're going to conclude this training with the wrap up. We're just going to recap some key points and resources. In summary, teachers of record should be reported. Substitutes should only be reported for vacant positions. If your teacher is on leave and they are still the teacher of record, they should be reported for the course. They should be reported in the staff demographic and with a staff assignment. All staff must have a staff demographic record submitted every year, if for no other reason than to update the years of service. CalPADS validates this fact now. Staff without seeds that should be reported may obtain seeds from the CTC with a certificate of clearance. Staff assignments are reported by school and by job classification. Student course data should be submitted for all students TK through 12 enrolled on Census Day. EL students must be enrolled in at least one course section where the Education Service Code is populated to show they are receiving services. PSTS data should only be for CTE completers. Students with disability PSTS records should be submitted for end of year 4. Students may have more than one post-secondary outcome. Let's talk about some strategies for success. Do not hesitate to submit your Fall 2 records now. Because this is a recorded training, you can view it well in advance of the live training, and you can get started in 2025, not 2026. Identify staff that can provide and verify data, right? You want to lean on your support system. You need your stakeholders to invest. That's your HR department, your school site staff, your administration, your curriculum instruction staff, your credential analyst. All of these staff members have input and should be able to sign off and verify data. Use data discrepancies to resolve errors for faster processing. Remember, the certification screen only refreshes periodically. The data discrepancy screen is constantly processing. Attend the weekly CalPADS Q&A. I'll say it again. Attend the weekly CalPADS Q&A. This is a great opportunity to hear from CDE, the analysts. Oftentimes, there's discussion that leads to a consensus or an answer. You get a meeting of the minds every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Use local resources such as your county office of education or other LEAs. Similar students, similar systems, and similar challenges. Here are the suggested milestones for the 25-26 Fall 2 timeline. We do not know where you are in this timeline, so we'll be very general. In November, you should be submitting your records, and this should continue into February, right? So you have your data population for the majority of the winter. You want to start before winter break. If you take winter break, come back and do it. If you can finish before winter break, that's great. By February, you need to be reviewing snapshot reports and records as needed. So that your data population is done. You've submitted your data. You've resolved the data discrepancies. You looked at the certification screen, you resolved your certification errors. You're done with all of that by February 13th, right? That will put you in good standing. That also allows your data stewards, your stakeholders, time to review the reports. Remember, you got CalSAS, SARCs, your EL services. There's a lot of important data coming from Fall 2. You want to make sure your reports are accurate. That will allow you then to be able to certify in advance of the amendment window. You can even certify at the beginning of the week, 2/21, or on the deadline, 2/27. Remember, there is no amendment window. You must certify by 2/27. We'll be pushing hard and targeting February 6th for you all to have 0 errors. I would recommend that you start early now. Many of your support staff here at CSIS will be working through the winter holiday. So if you have questions, you have a good chance of getting a speedy reply. There will be most likely less competition for our time. So there's many methods of support. Please use the one at the top. That is the web form. That's a direct link to the support desk. It allows us to track your ticket, and it gets as many eyes as possible on your inquiry. We went over the resources earlier. Probably one oversight is the user manual. If you've never been to a Q&A, go to the home screen of the CalPADS user manual. You can submit both a service ticket under Need Help or attend the CalPADS Q&A by clicking this on Wednesday. We start at 3 o'clock every Wednesday. If you would be so kind, provide us feedback. Use your phone and scan the QR code, and that'll take you to the survey so you can tell us how wonderful we are on the recording, how smooth my voice is.
Yep, yep.
Last but not least, Kyra and I would like to say thank you for your hard work. Thank you for watching this training. Hopefully, you reach out if you have any questions or need assistance.